Morning, sir.
Morning, Your Honor.
Do you swear the testimony you're to give in this proceeding is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury?
I do. I swear.
You have a seat and state your full name and spell your last name for the record.
My name is Brian Craig. Last is Cregg.
Thank you. Attorney Olberding.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Craig, where are you employed?
The Concord Police Department.
How long have you been employed there?
20 years.
And what's your current position?
I'm a patrol officer for the patrol division.
What are your duties associated with that position?
Sorry, what?
What are your duties associated with being a patrol officer?
We respond to any type of call for service, going from the worst to the easiest. We respond to all sorts of calls, domestics, thefts, anything. We're the first one to respond to any type of call for service.
So something relatively benign all the way to a crime scene.
Benign to all the way up to a homicide.
Okay. Now, was this the same position that you held back on April 15th of last year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were you asked to respond to a report of a homeless camp or camps that day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you recall when you responded?
What day it was?
What day and what time?
I don't recall the day. It was fairly early in the morning, I believe.
Okay. And have you, you don't recall the specific day or time?
Not off I would have to refresh my memory.
When you respond to a run, is there a call number associated with those runs?
Yes.
And basically a dispatch log that's created?
Yes.
Would reviewing that document refresh your memory as to when you
Yes, sir.
responded?
You have a page number? But don't let him go on. Just stop it.
Take a moment to review this document, and when you're done looking at it, just hand it back to me.
Yep.
Did that refresh your memory?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it did.
And do you recall what day you responded?
It was 4:15, that date.
So that would be April 15th of last year?
Yes, sir.
And did you recall the approximate time you responded?
11:28.
Okay. And did you when you responded to it, I guess, can you give us an idea, and I'm going to refer you to what's marked and admitted as a full exhibit as State's Exhibit 75. Was the location you responded to visible on this map?
I went to Profile Ave. I went to 47 Profile Ave. It's marked on the map.
Okay, and could you point it out for the member of the jury by pointing it physically or using this laser pointer, using the top button?
The top button. Am I getting it? Right around there.
Okay, so you respond to the area of Profile Avenue, and what did you do upon responding to Profile Avenue?
When I first got there, the homeowner wasn't home. I had to call him back because I didn't know where I was going. So I called the homeowner. He responded back to the house, and he walked myself and officer at the time, Officer McSweeney, out to the campsite.
And could you describe for the members of the jury using the map where you went from Profile Avenue?
We walked through his backyard. It connects to a trail which leads over to, I think this is where the power lines are. We went to I believe where the trail comes back in here. We went to the left of the trail where the trail enters back in.
So that was after crossing through the area by the power lines?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and after crossing through that area, can you describe for the members of the jury what you saw?
Right when you entered the trail, we went back into the woods. There was a wall there. We took a hard left, and we walked not that far, and we came upon a tent. It was a tent right next to the wood line where the power lines would be. It was if you were to take a foot or two, a couple of feet to the other direction, you'd been out in the power lines. So that's where we walked to a tent right in that area.
And did anything about the tent stand out to you?
It was padlocked at the time. There was a pair of boots outside. I mean, it's typically when, where the tent was, we normally don't take tent calls up in that area. We take them all across the city, but not in that particular area.
Okay. Was there anything burned on the site that you were able to observe?
On that day, no.
What, if any, I guess, signs of another person did you see when you responded?
Of a person being there?
Yes.
The only thing I saw was the tent was padlocked, and there was a pair of boots that a male-sized foot, pair of brown boots that were outside.
Did you have any audible indication that another person was present when you were there?
There was nobody there when we were there.
Following your visit on that day, what did you do after responding to that site?
After that site, we just, there's just notes in the call. We weren't able to identify anybody. Normally, we try to identify who it is, have them move along, and tell them they can't, there's no camping allowed in the city of Concord. So we try to identify that guy by taking him possibly a second trip out that way.
Did you ever follow up, or were you ever follow up with, by the investigators on the homicide case that happened in the Marsh Loop Trail about that site?
Yes, sir, it was.
Okay, and was that in the month of July of last year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and did you speak with Detective Gorham about this?
I did.
Okay, and did you also speak with Detective Brown about this as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, was there a time during the month of July that you showed Detective Brown where you responded to on that date?
Yes, we went to the same house, 47 Profile Ave. We walked the same trail. We went the same path I walked, and we went to the same campsite that I saw on the original call for service.
When you responded to that same site in July, what condition was the site in?
I remember it being completely burnt. I remember seeing dozens and dozens of green propane tanks that I didn't see prior, but there was a lot of propane tanks and for like a Coleman grill. I saw a lot of those in that tent area where the tent was completely burnt.
If there's no further questions, defense counsel may have some questions for you, officer.
Thank you, sir.
Attorney Dominguez.
Good morning, officer.
Good morning, ma'am.
You testified that you've been a police officer, I'm sorry, was that 20 years?
Yes.
All right, and in those 20 years, before you became a police officer, you had to go to the police academy.
Yes.
And you've received training since then as well.
Yes.
And one of the things that you received training on is writing reports.
Yes.
And you don't write a report every single day about every little thing you do, right?
Correct.
But you do write reports when there is something important,
Yes.
when there is something significant.
Yes.
All right. So on April 15th, you testified that you went out to this trail area, right?
Correct.
Looking at State 75, and that you followed this white Profile Avenue connector trail across the electric lines,
Yes.
and around there is where you came across a campsite.
Correct.
Now, you testified about some very specific details about that campsite.
A pair of boots.
Yeah, okay, so you said it was a tent and you saw a pair of boots.
Yes.
I think you had said brown boots.
Yes.
Were they fairly worn boots?
Yes.
And you testified that they were sitting just outside the tent.
Yes.
You also testified that that there was nobody there.
Correct.
Now, you didn't look inside the tent to see if someone was there.
No, and it was also padlocked.
Right, and so you testified that there was a padlock, but you didn't write about a padlock in any report.
No.
In fact, you never wrote a report about this particular encounter out there, or non-encounter, I guess.
Correct.
Even after you met with not one but two detectives, you still didn't write anything down.
No.
You didn't write any reports.
No.
And yet you testified today with some specificity. Did you review other officers' reports in your preparation for today's testimony?
No.
can have one moment.
Of course.
Officer, did you go back after your visit out there on the 15th?
The only time I went back was with Detective Brown.
So even though you didn't speak to anyone at that campsite, you didn't go back to tell them, like you testified on direct, to move along?
No, no, we did not.
All right, and so just to be clear, you testified that when you went out there the first time, that was in April 15th of 2022?
Yes,
But you didn't go back there with officers until July?
yes.
All right, I have no further questions.
Any further direct examination?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Any objection to excusing Officer Craig altogether?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Okay. Any objection to excusing? Just hold on 1 second, officer.
1 second. Do you, okay, go ahead.
Miss, may I just have a couple minutes just to get things situated
Yes.
in the
Why don't
courtroom?
we- why don't we, if, then we'll take a short break at this
That'd be great.
point. So this may be a 2-break morning, so.
Thank you,
I'll take
Judge.
about a 10-minute break. Thank you.
All right.